It's time to get hammered. So, fun fact that I just learned today. I was watching Tasting History with Max Miller, and he was talking about the history of spam. And of course, I'm sure a lot of people like me, the first thing you think of when you hear the word spam is the Monty Python sketch where all the Vikings are singing spam, spam, spam. So it turns out that sketch was on the minds of the, I forget where they were at, programmers at some company that were involved in like the early internet, like technology in the 80s. That was on their minds when they decided to call mass amounts of email spam, which means that there is a direct line from Monty Python to Deltarune, because where does Spamton get his name? And I just think that's really funny. As usual, gonna take me around to remember most of the patterns. I spent yesterday and a bit of the day before going through images ripped from these Chapter 4 videos for making a Gerson Boom deck. I can't help it. Sitting here fighting him and going, okay, here's how this thing would work. It's sort of reflexive at this point. And of course, because there were images in there for it, I now have images for a potential Jackenstein deck, although I have to decide if that's going to be a villain or an environment. I think he might work better as an environment. And I've got images for a Knight deck, and I'm probably going to be able to gather images for a Titan deck. I've already done Spamton, although he's not finished. And Jebel, in my opinion, is not interesting enough to have a deck, but somebody made him a hero deck anyway, so like... That was a decision. Taking too long to play a card, yeah. I mean, one should wait longer, but also... I mean, you're acting like it's not going to take me until Chapter 7 is out to finish a deck. Could be worse. A bead of sweat forms on his forehead. Wow. When I go back to this fight and I'm just healing, it's going to be really boring. This is pretty good for a first try again. Dope. Oh wow, didn't die somehow. kind of amazing. Let's see, a team villain for Jevil. At least, at the very least, finish the secret boss stuff. Maybe. He certainly doesn't have enough content for more than a team villain deck, I don't think. Ugh. Too much thinking on that one. That attack has taken me out so many times. I can tell because it's the one that's most frequently right before when the screen turns white. I started using that as a an indicator of which images to look at after a while. Yeah, I've been on severe Deltarune / Undertale brain rot mode, like, all weekend. I have seen some really good, like, theory videos and analysis videos, and I've seen some really crazy ones. Someone had the audacity to make a YouTube video titled, "Here's Why Chris is Still the Knight," and thankfully they started off with, like, warning, this is kind of silly and not true, but also, this is just an exercise in theory crafting. And I was like, you know what, I can respect that. That's the only way a title that clickbaity is reasonable. And they ended up giving really good reason why the knight is actually Chris from an alternate timeline. It's absolutely nuts. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, God. You thought of a joke to help your mental health? I hope it does help. Do tell. I'm checking out AU stuff like Deltarune Chapter Written. Yeah, I'll leave the... Like, I'll happily take a written AU fanfic. I've written one myself. But, like the fan games and stuff, Undertale Yellow, I'm just not interested in those things. What do corporate CEOs and pirate software have in common? They both blame others when they get other people killed. Ooh. Dark. Does it help? Oh, man! I'm getting so much better at that one. You know, it's actually planned to be a game, but they're for now just showing the music and cutscenes. Quite well done. It does seem like the people making these things are, like, really good at capturing the aesthetics and the leitmotifs and whatnot. I never hear anything but praise for them. I don't need to play an entire other game when there's already so much that, like, I haven't even seen in this game. It's both dirty and on to the WoW situation with pirate software. Oh, so you don't mean people pirating software. You're talking about a company. I didn't catch that, sorry. What's the situation? I'm ignorant to this thing. Spent most of my day when I wasn't playing games on my phone, keeping up with celebrity deaths because, geez, user pirate software. Huh, okay. Confusing. But then things always are when you have only just learned about them. Ugh. The last one's nasty. It's gonna take a lot more getting to that attack before I have any chance of it. Ugh. Boy, if you get hit by the shell, you don't have to worry about blocking it again. Pirate got people killed in the hardcore WoW raid, where if your character dies, they get deleted. Oh, gross. This was not a fun Leroy Jenkins WoW raid. It's against the movement. Stop killing games. And after basically doing minor scummy stuff, escaping. Yeah. Just discovered he's basically trying to do anything to keep his ego. The worst kind of people. And like, the drive to protect your ego, I get it, but also there has to be a point at which you say, like, nah man, it's enough. You gotta take your L's. You gotta, you know, be humbled. Accept that you're not perfect, accept that you're not the greatest of all time, and just be content being you. That is so hypocritical coming from me, oh god. I've also been watching a lot of self-help videos, and clearly they're rubbing off on me. Pirate blamed everyone but himself. Yeah, see, that's really shitty. Like, shitty behavior is one thing, but shitty behavior with a bad excuse for it is even worse. He actually cheated to get what used to be the highest hype train by working with his moderator to give a bunch of bits. Oh, damn. That's like fraud, man. They could probably get them on wire fraud charges for that. Not that I know much about wire fraud, but it just seems to be the thing that sticks with everybody. You know, when all the other laws and whatnot are overlooked or circumvented, it's always fucking wire fraud. They hate it when you mess with their money. And by their money, I mean the money that they see as rightfully theirs and just momentarily inconvenienced in the hands of their lessers. And they, to be clear, is rich people. Don't take that out of context as any kind of conspiracy shit. I love the musicality of that attack. Damn it. Another one. It seems like all you have to do is keep moving. And as long as you're moving, it doesn't actually matter where you're at. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Alright, is this the halfway point? I should really look this up sometime. Well, make an effort to try and, like, memorize shit for my own sake. Anyway, back on the subject of the game/fight at hand, I saw an excellent video about Gerson and what his role is in, like, the meta-narrative, not just the narrative. And so many things make so much more sense after seeing that. I should have my literary critic's license taken away. Oh, God, I can't even. He only has one eye open, so he has poor depth perception and has a harder time hitting a moving target. You know what? I super believe that. But, long story short, Gerson is here as a symbol of... I don't even know if I can put this in a short way. He shows up and he spends all of his time counteracting fate and demonstrating that you can write your own ending to a story. He is a writer. He's literally written stories that theoretically have endings. The first couple things we see him do are shatter prophecy windows. That's not just him being goofy and bumping into the scenery. He's literally breaking the prophecy. So he's here to suggest that maybe, just maybe, the prophecy is not as set in stone as maybe Ralsei thinks. And once I saw that video, like, everything was suddenly put into perspective. Because hilariously, earlier the day that I saw it, I had commented something that I've been thinking, which is that, you know, this whole chapter takes place in and around a church, lots of religious iconography, and it doesn't actually have anything to say about religion. Well, no, that's not true. Gerson is here. It has something to say about religion in a very subtle way, which is that following stories to the letter is kind of, it's not necessary. It's not the thing, it's not something you have to do. And if that doesn't pertain to religion, I don't know what does. Like the demo, man. Yeah. Also, I don't know if anybody out there goes looking for Deltarune or Undertale's content. There's a lot of really good, like, animatics and just straight-up animations out there. I saw a really good one. It was basically just an AMV for Black Knife, but it was entirely original animation, and it looks like it comes from some sort of unreleased Deltarune anime. I was amazed by it. More the idea, if no real changes made outside the prophecy, even trying to stop it is doing stuff around it, it would be the same. As right now the changes being through Noelle kind of works as, while she may be talked about during the love part, it's probably expected that being used as a catalyst without knowing why, maybe why she's able to change the story and the whole ice magic being creation thing. Ice magic being creation? You're on a whole other level for me, Zarami. There is tons of good stuff. Although I think my favorite thing right now still is clips of Steve Harvey's Family Feud with Tenna and the Fun Gang on TV Time. Those have all been hilarious. Tenna is a perfect Steve Harvey stand-in. And they're always, you know, the funniest clips of the show. Didn't they say something like that in the real game in Chapter 3? I don't remember. It's very possible. Yeah, Black Knife is great. I actually think Raise Up Your Bat might be my favorite. It certainly spawned some of the best covers. God damn it. Ugh. Yep, here goes nothing. It's so hard. I feel like I have to think about 3 things at once with that stage of the fight. And unfortunately, until I get that, I'm gonna be really out of luck. The forbidden path begins with ice magic. Okay, that sounds right. I mean, I could, whoops, shit. I may as well just quit now. I could see ice magic being linked to creation. Just like for other general reasons. Just because it's linked to creation doesn't mean it's also linked to destruction. A lot of times those 2 things are one and the same. I could see it's very possible that, like, because the Snowgrave route is sending a very clear message at this point, and I could really see it being just like, yeah, you can do different things, you can change the path that you're on, but just making changes for the sake of making changes, just doing things because you can, is not a good idea. I need to start, like, bringing a die with me so I can try and track how many times I've done that, how many turns it's been. When I was playing through Chapter 1 recently, and I got to Jevil, number 1, oh my god, he's so much easier. Like, he still sucks, he still wrecked my shit with the carousel, and also because I was reading a walkthrough, basically, and every 10 rounds you have the pirouette act, which makes him a little bit tired and does something else, quote-unquote, at random, but it's actually that there's 10 different effects that happen in a certain order, so you want to keep track of which round of the fight you're on, which turns out it's really difficult to do. You're along. Oh, I think those big hammers have a much smaller hitbox than I think. Also, like, look at the freaking axe. Doesn't that look like a hammer? Oh, interesting. Entering from a different angle. You can tell I'm getting much more, like, confident at the first half or so of this, because I'm doing a lot more talking and a lot less screwing up. So I might get there eventually. I saw a very good video last night about Sans' character, framed very much in the sense of some of y'all forgot he's more than just genocide in Megalovania. And like, yeah, and what was that channel called? It was called something like Dorked. D-O-R-K-E-D, I think. And they did some very good analysis videos for both Deltarune and Undertale. Goddamn! The big shell is still really difficult. You literally just have to go back and forth on the left side there. There's a little more give to exactly how long you have to stop the projectiles than I think there is. I think you're actually just avoiding his hammer. That's the only thing I can think of as to why I'm not getting my ass completely handed to me on that attack every time. Alright, getting here consistently pretty much. Damn it. There we go. Got through the back half with no hits. Damn it. I was flexing my wrist. Last round. Although I got through that. Just not very well. Oof. Yeah, I think that's the farthest I've ever gotten is that attack. And like, previously I've gotten that attack. Yeah, I really hate to think what's going to happen if we end up with a purple heart battle in the future, because that's maybe the worst mode. Like, I always complain about how I hate green mode, but I actually think purple might be considerably less fun. Also, I wish I could remember what all the different modes are. Because so far in Deltarune we've only had green and yellow. Because Spamton was yellow. You do the shooty against him, and that was actually great. Purple is where you're on strings, kind of like staff music. Green is this nonsense. And blue is where you're affected by gravity. Damn it. We haven't had blue in Deltarune yet, have we? Oh. Not yet. Okay, I didn't think so. I still say Papyrus is never actually going to show up. You're going to get to the end of Chapter 7, you're going to roll the final credits, and you're going to see his Papyrus text balloon show up, hey guys, what's... and then the game will just end. Mark my words, I'm calling it here. Blue is expected to be the next secret boss thing. Yeah, only Sands of Papyrus have done Blue Soul. We find out that Papyrus is actually the knight. And the final fight is Blue Soul. Actually, if the final fight doesn't shift you through several different colors, I'd be very shocked. Seeing how it's going through the genocide boss specials and such. Yeah. Was there like an orange? There wasn't an orange soul node, was there? Because there were 7 souls, colors of the rainbow. Frisk is the red soul as default. We get yellow, we get green, we get blue, we get purple. Damn. And it wasn't used for anything in the fighting at the very least. Huh, okay. I honestly don't know what else you could do to change this up. So I know the various like souls, colors, and styles are all related to like the weapons you get in Undertale. Like I specifically know the yellow soul. I haven't played Undertale in so long. But the yellow soul corresponds to like a gun, and that's why it's shooty mode. Oh god. Let me get some water. I need a break. The rest of the apartment smells oddly medicinal, which is very strange considering I made spaghetti tonight. It should smell like spaghetti sauce and or cooked sausages. I need to remember to step back when we get to the double bounce shells. Damn, so close. I definitely almost forgot that I was going to continue. I really like the sound the shells make when you block them late. That doof. That's very satisfying. Damn. Okay, realizing that you're just dodging his hammer has made that significantly easier. Oh, yeah. If I can get through the big hammers without getting hit, that feels very satisfying. And I feel I have accomplished something, even if I got hit by lots of little ones. I don't know if they deal more damage or not. Alright. Okay, that helped a little bit. Oh, damn. I didn't know that attack ended with a big hammer. Have we seen this part before? Chris has the pen. My weapon's like a hairbrush or something. shut up and give me that axe. Oh man. What the fuck is that now? What the shit was that? God damn it. Okay, that's promising. Watch me never get back there for the rest of the night. Not too bad. Once again, I almost forgot about the bottom part. Okay. Whoops, why did I do that? Could be better. Oh, did you see that? I countered all the shells. I've never done that before. Going to assume it was a fluke. 4 shells is too many, sir. So here's an interesting thing. The 3 save files I have are playing through the first time, not knowing anything, just doing what seems right. I think I'm kind of leaning into taking the funny response in any of the text choices. Yeah, the big shells being slower than regular ones helps throw off the timing. Yeah. Ugh. But that's the first one. This one is Snowgrave, Weird Route stuff, be a dick to everybody. And then the other one is try and get everything that doesn't require Weird Route and be nice to everybody. But I saw a video and this raises a very good point. I think in my nice to everybody file I've been doing a lot of the, like, sort of flirting with Ralsei responses, and that might be being nice to Ralsei, but it's not being nice to Chris. Like, this gets into some icky territory, but, like, you're basically forcing them to be affectionate with their friend, when it's clear they don't want to. Some of the responses, some of Chris's other reactions to things, like when Asgore hugs you at the end of Chapter 1. I need a third save file, and I am not going back through the rest of the game again. I've done everything once. I'm good. I'm gonna heal myself. That might be worth it in the long run. But point being, that nice file may not be as nice as I think it is. And I've been really conflicted about doing the sword route in Chapter 3. My plan at this point had been to basically just skip it and try and beat the Knight and Gerson without the Shadow Mantle. And damn it. Not so much for the healing. I can't remember what it was, but I saw a video that made an argument that makes me think that maybe skipping that, for all that it does, you know, it harkens back to Snowgrave, and especially having to kill the little versions of Susie and Ralsei. Chris is not very happy about that, and then you cause them some existential horror when you pop out of the screen. Despite all of that, it may actually not be as, like, weird rowdy as it feels. And if I do decide to do it, then I have to amend my notes, because you can't get the egg after you get the Shadow Mantle. Fuck it, let's heal again. That last one is so hard. did it on your save file because Sham recommended it and you trust Sham. I mean, honestly, yeah, trusting Sham seems to be a good idea. I think when it comes time, I am going to go through it again. We just won't be doing any actual Snowgrave stuff. And that will be much more fun, won't it? I'm gonna have to rewrite that, Nezu. I can't read that typo. Oh, heals, never mind. I've been avoiding healing mostly because this is the violence file. But also just because it takes a lot longer to build up. If I can remember to in Chapter 3 on the nice file, I will try and remember to use her healing in Chapter 3 as much as I can, because that will help reduce the TP cost. And that will mean that it builds up a little bit faster than it is right now. But even the guide on the wiki says, like, healing gets you 11 stars, Root Buster gets you 10. It costs less TP, it's actually... Oops. It's actually a slightly faster way, faster/better way to get through this fight. God damn it. Noise out in the helmet. There. Back and forth, back and forth. Easy as pie. I wonder if anybody's made a recipe for a tutorial-style butterscotch cinnamon pie. 'Cause, like, butterscotch is one of those flavors that I'm really ambivalent about. It really depends, damn it, the format that it's presented to me in. Like, those hard butterscotch candies, I hate those. Can't stand that. But if you make something with butterscotch chips, those are really good. And like, butterscotch ice cream, nothing wrong with that. Even that drink from the book series, which shall not be named, that's pretty good too. Thumbnail for people eating recipes from Deltarune. I did see a video that was people eating recipes from Deltarune, but it was them, like, just sort of interpreting things from the name of them. Like, they made a spin cake, notably, and it was using a particular style of cake that is just, it's not cake, it's like a batter that you wrap around a cylinder and then bake into a spiral cone. And it's like, I'm not sure that's really what was suggested by the spin cake, but, you know, points for originality, I guess. If I was more confident skimming in that attack, I would probably be doing another Root Buster about now. Damn it. Oh, the suck is strong. But yeah, I don't know what a butterscotch pie would be like. I have to imagine it'd be a lot like a peanut butter pie, because those two do seem to go pretty closely together. last one. Ugh. Oh, ow. You know, if I hadn't gotten one attack further in, I think I'd be quitting by now. I think it's time to sit. Oh. I can't wait to get back to playing this game. There's recipes for it? Okay. I'll have to go look it up. Like, I doubt I would ever make it, but you never know. Dumber things have happened. Like, the other thing that I think of with butterscotch that I really like is peanut butter haystacks, because those use butterscotch chips and peanut butter chips. And I fucking attacked again when I should have done. But the combination is just incredible. Me being a huge peanut butter fan, that's like one of my favorite things. And there's probably a reason why I don't use it, or why I don't make it for myself. The healing didn't matter. Test. Okay, I get hit by several of those and didn't get hit by several I should have been. Once again, the hitboxes mystify me. Let's keep going. I want to call it quits. Let's go one more round. not going to be too much longer. It's quarter till. Honestly, just getting better at timing the attacks. Yeah, I hope the axe is worth the trouble. Like, the only reason I'm doing this is because I need the shadow crystal. And there's actually every chance that I don't want the shadow crystals on this file, but we're not going to find out for quite some time. I saw a thumbnail for a video, I didn't watch it, asking what are the shadow crystals going to make. I think they're going to make the pure crystal. When you talk to Malleus, even all the way back in chapter 1, you'll see he has a recipe for the thorn ring and a pure crystal, which makes a sword. So I'm guessing it's going to be like Chris's best sword in the game. Maybe best attacking sword, since you have to go through Snowgrave to get the ring. Damn it! Damn, how did that hit me? Speaking of food, I don't know why this is on my mind right now. Don't know if anybody here watches ProZD. He did a video recently where he was trying out recipes that people on his Patreon sent in, some of which were just sounded really insane. One more. That was not a very good run. Oh yeah, and speaking of the prophecy, somebody pointed out that, like, you know, again, Ralsei says the prophecy is immutable and everything in it is going to come to pass. But some of the things that have happened in it, or that are written in it, have already happened and been proven false. There were a couple examples. The only one I can remember is the Queen's Chariot cannot be stopped. You end up stopped in traffic in Chapter 2. The Queen's Chariot was in fact stopped. I really am hoping that this means that all the things about, you know, no one gets to choose who they are in this world, your choices don't matter in this game, is actually not true. That it was actually, in fact, smokescreen. And that we might have some effects of our choices, even if it's just, you know, a different dialogue, which already happens. But the chariot meant the Giga Queen, since Gerson mentions the chariot fight in his Chapter 2. Yeah, pointing out that the chariot fight makes sense. It's just that the image with that particular screen is of the car, of the limo. And yeah, it was stopped either way, so it does. You know, the point still stands. Then again, Tena was cleaved through the head in the picture of Lord of the Screens. The images aren't exactly right. That is a good point. I mean, he was still cleaved red by a blade, but you know, that's enough of a disparity that it can be brought up as another piece of evidence that maybe the prophecy is not in fact immutable. And of course, that's Gerson's whole deal, is sitting around fucking with the prophecy. God damn it. It's meant to be the head, but didn't happen exactly. If the pacifist right, you can say, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Because I couldn't do it in my original playthrough, and obviously wasn't going to do it in this one. Because screw that guy, and screw all of his employees. Violence, violence, violence. Yeah, I think I've had enough. So I went through all the images that I've saved of the Gerson fight, the Titan fight, some other stuff in chapters 3 and 4, and I want to start making Sentinels decks for things. Okay, first one is always trying to remember how this works. See? First one's probably going to be a wash. I mean, what the hell am I even doing? This one's easy because the pattern repeats. Well, I guess she will just go ahead and heal herself. It starts here. Nope. But yeah, you were saying earlier, Zarami, that I should heal more, and yeah, a defensive playstyle would probably get me through this okay. But hey, that's not the theme we're doing, and to be perfectly honest, I think the Root Buster back and forth is just a lot of fun, and it's about the only part of this battle I enjoy. She's down to yellow already, God. I still have that flavor in my mouth. Raw. Ooh, I did that one better than I usually do. Oh, I built up some muscle memory, but not enough. Right. Hitting this on the first try is not bad, but I've only got 21 HP, so I'm not gonna hold my breath. It's just so cool. This is probably gonna end me? Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's fine. The first one's basically practice, and we have to go through all the dialogue again. Okay, now we start doing this for serious. Unfortunately, it's getting hot in here. I got my floor fan in the living room pointed this way, and I've got the door open, but that is apparently not enough. And today it has been very hot here. Which, of course, is why after the appointment I decided to go out for a walk. I had to go pick up a prescription anyways, but like... not a great day for doing that. Yay. Also, finding a good image of him reflecting the Root Buster. The sprite work for that pose alone is fantastic. When he's actually like just hitting it back, it looks so cool. Oh, and I also discovered lots of pictures of the Titan, shrunk down to thumbnail size. It looks like Gaster's face, and I hate saying that because Gaster is the take a drink reference in every Deltarune theory. People cannot avoid trying to tie everything to this guy who we don't even know exists in the first place, who we certainly don't know exists in this game. But it's true, and I think it's funny, and I wish I could come up with a way to turn it into a video essay, because I absolutely would, and it would be hilarious. I have a few more HP than last time. Damn. Oh, that one is so nasty. It's really hard to go from holding down left to directly up. Ugh. I was thinking a lot about, speaking of Deltarune theories and video ideas, I was thinking a lot about Ram recently. The little plug guy from last chapter, because he's turning into another one that, like, the fandom just really wants him to be, like, super deep and sinister. A lot of people, when they first played chapter 3, apparently think he's gonna end up being like a secret boss, which I sort of get where that comes from, but then there's an element of cope when it turns out that he's not, I think. I saw a very cool comic of him messing with one of the Pippinses, or rather one of the Pippinses starts messing with him, and then he makes it regret that decision. Excuse me. He grabs a wear-wire plug, if you remember those from Cyber City. He grabs one of those, plugs it into his face, and he grows several extra torsos and becomes this giant centipede monster. And it's a very cool design, and like, if he was going to be some sort of nasty secret boss, that would be a great design for him, but he's not. And I think there's... I don't know, I think there's an essay to be had about, like, why he is in fact not special, and that's kind of the point. So that's one that I'm stewing around in my head. You saw that one too? Yeah, I honestly, it was really cool. It's just like, you know, it's not true. There's nothing sinister about him. Nor does there have to be. Excuse me. Ah! I blame my controller for that one. I'm going to try and heal. I will follow your advice, Narami. I don't think that's enough, is it? Let's see if I can get any. Yes, okay. Better than nothing. The problem with that attack is I just don't know how to avoid it. I get really conflicting info on where exactly the hitbox is. Ooh, damn. Saw a comic recently which had a person labeled fandom saying around something like, I like you a lot, but I'd like you a lot more if you went crazy and tried to kill me. Yeah, that is in fact exactly what the sentiment seems to be. Huh, I got it. I get to go one more step this time, maybe. Ugh. Hang on a second. That. It's got nothing. Yeah, everything else is worse. I think I got rid of all the, like, defensive weapons. I didn't think I need them. I have to hope on my other file I haven't done that. Something else I had today. It's called a samanko. I think that's what it was. It's Korean dessert. It looks like a taiyaki, if you know what a taiyaki is. It's a fish-shaped pastry, and in this case, it's an ice cream cone. And it's got ice cream and it's got red bean paste inside it. And honestly, I couldn't taste the red bean paste, which is sad because I do actually really like it. But it was really good, just the ice cream by itself. And it's kind of novel to have it fully inside of the cone. God, I wish I was better at grazing. Oh god, I got an itch. I am... Oh god. Blame the itch. Might be time for a heal. Just enough. Oh my god. Welcome back, Nezu. How's it going? I thought you were going to bed. I didn't think you'd be coming back, but it's good to see you. For the record, I did win the Sentinels game, but I wasn't super worried about that, so. It was pretty quick. Being able to double dip on Spirit of the Void's power with double bonus damage, even against the auto armor caster, his HP just melted. And Wraith finished him off. But yeah, Sentinels game in earlier today. Awesome. I got some in on Saturday when I was over at my friend's place. Nothing amazing. We took Plague-Rat out in 3 rounds with maximum cheese. Chrono Ranger was hitting him for 6 damage at a time by the end, and so was Mr. Fixer. Oh, baby! Ah. Huh. That could have been worse. Okay. Okay, that's promising. Saw a video earlier today, Kiss Magic's newest one. Turns out Shum does not react if you come to him with extra shadow crystals. Which, like, it's not that interesting, but it is sort of worth noting. And I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I actually wrote up the script for the next video I want to do. So it's just a question of finding the right block of time. You know what, I can always turn this fan on, that would be much more helpful. Ooh, only got hit by the stars, that's pretty good. The reason why that attack is so tricky to dodge is because he doesn't always deflect it back directly at you. Sometimes he does it so that it will ricochet to where you're at. Because he's a sneaky old codger. The game was on digital. Omnitron X, John Smith, Chrono Ranger, Animalast versus Lugaroo and Farsight City. Who's John Smith? Whoops, shit. John Smith got me distracted. John is a doctor. Oh, it's... Wait, on digital? There's a Doctor Who on digital? Because, yeah, he sometimes uses John Smith as an alias. That's like a running thing through the show. I never would have guessed that, shoot. It's a very opportune moment to heal. Yeah, if it is, like, unless it's been completely stripped of any relations to Doctor Who, that's not going to last very long. Ooh. A controller issue. It's so hard to hit diagonals. I really, really hate that that's a thing. I really am glad these patterns are not random. That would be the worst thing. That would be there's no way I'm beating this territory. Woo. Ah. Wow, I'm not doing well at all. It might be worth calling this a wash and just starting over. Let's see. Or I may have no choice. Yeah. Also going back through all those videos, I got to relive a few scenes from later on in this chapter. The emotional devastation. My God. I forget, in Undertale Green mode, you don't have a weapon, do you? It's just like a line, basically, isn't it? Am I remembering that wrong? Ah! Damn. This thing's not going well either. Huh. That could have been worse. Sounds right? Okay. Yeah. Just suddenly struck me that that's a specifically Deltarune thing. I think I'm gonna try and heal again. Yeah, I really need to. Alright. I could actually heal again, fuck it. It's 44. Let's do it again. Getting that last arrow feels very good, even if I miss several before it. Oh God. I don't think I could last another attack, so let's just do it. Just a blue angle. Okay, yeah. What the? Fuck you, Gerson. God damn it. Ugh. This is just not a great fight to be doing over and over and over again. popping heals, yeah? Maybe that's what I need. I will, of course, Root Buster so long as my health is decent. After the shell bounce, try guarding the hammer ring. Sure, why not? I was gonna say it would make perfect sense that this would be the one that I now hit, but no, I didn't. That could be better. So she's taking a decent amount of damage. Let's try and heal. That's a good one to get TP on because it's so fast. Alright, I'm gonna heal again. $50, dang. Not bad. I might actually want to do it again. Hammer of Justice is ringing its free show. Little reference for the Spam Team fight, yeah. You really can just go back and forth and dodge most of those. But it's only most of them. Okay. If you do... so freaking hard to block those. Oh shit, this is new! What the fuck? What just happened? What the fuck was that? I was not about to get punked like I did against the Roaring Knight when I made it up to its final attack and survived it and didn't realize I just had to hit it. I think that meant something because I've never seen that attack before, and it came before the red shell attack, which has never happened before, so clearly I got to something. It's just a question of how much further did I really have to go. That's not what I wanted to do. Shit. Well, if I take a bunch of damage, I can heal. Or I can just dodge the whole fucking thing. Hell yes. After shell ricochet and swing spam, that's when Gerson hammer spams. Oh my god! I played that like an absolute noob. This is the attack you want to heal after if you're going to heal. Which one? You guys have a slight delay, unfortunately. Whoa. I'm not certain why that happened. Go for a heal. Assuming I make it through this. Jeez. The hammer throws in the tubes, decreasing percentage of health with lots of hits. Yeah. Panic flail. Now it's just going to be infinite healing. Here it is again. What the fuck? What the hell does that mean? I wonder if that's because I healed a couple of times. What a dick. Oh, fuck me! I did it! Oh, shit! Okay, so I gotta mine this video for images too. How's that, old man? Most fun he's ever had. Fantastic. Justice Axe. Weird piece of glass in his desk. And Shadow Crystal. Okay, yes, I will save. I will save and I will go get some more water. Starting to wonder if I'd ever... Yeah, me too. Fucking goddamn. Each time you get a little better. Can't think gonna be the toughest thing you'll face. Next time you'll be ready. Don't give up and give him hell. Yes, sir. Oh, thank God. Hang on, let's go talk to him again. Darn. Who does she remind him of? Thank you, Nazel. Just a character from the old story. Ah. Hell, if I'm reading that. Yep. They changed parts of the story. Isn't it interesting? The book was already just an interpretation of something else. And that's the whole reason he's here in the plot. Stories can be retold and changed. Words on the wall called you a hero. Whatever you end up being, I'm sure it'll be tremendous. Oh, baby. Track Alicia's character. And he's just like, I'm gonna leave. I'm done. The dragon. That's what she was hoping. Okay, Susie, you have earned... Wow. Has no special powers. In order to attain this item, you became much stronger. She has sparklies with a question mark. That's interesting. Oh yeah, did anybody else need to change anything out? What do these do again? Attack up. Increase money. That's the silver card. Okay. Yeah, you don't need a sugar card. Okay, he's good. Makes her healing better? That's possible. Okay, finally we're done with that ordeal, and I can now finish this playthrough. But first, it's break time. I've earned it. So right after this fight, her magic stat increases. Yeah, probably. First thing I need to do is consult the Book of Armaments over here. I haven't had to look at this in a while. Where arst we? Oh God, let's see. Zapper. Okay, that's all. Chapter 3. Okay, long corridor with all the windows. I don't care about that. That's the egg. Oh, that was the other thing. Okay, I need to write this down. Hang on a second. I had 2 video ideas. I'm not going to say what the second one was, but I'm going to write it down because I clearly forgot. All right. Okay, so you need to look for a room where the heart is exposed, enemies are flying in rings toward you, there's a hidden path on the right wall. And that's like it. Okay, I have no idea what the fuck is next. Actually, should I go ahead and get rid of those other axes? Maybe buy some items? Yeah, because I'm not going to be using any more of these, for sure. I don't need that. Whatevs. Do I need any more items? I got room for 2. Okay, yeah, go with that. Alright. We need to go find the end of this sanctuary, I think. Oh, speaking of, that helps. Because otherwise I'd have no idea what the fuck was going on. Yeah, so we've been through here. Did I need to go back and explore anything with the climb claws? Shit, I don't know. It's a door. This may be irritating for a little bit while I try and remember what the hell is going on. That was at the top of that. Yeah, let's just go talk to these guys. Okay, in lieu of anything constructive, we will backtrack. Oh, the maze actually disappears. There's that guy over there. That's where the bell is at. Stop picking at your face, girl. Goddamn. That was part of the... God, I don't know. Part of the something, all right. Oof. No, not that way. I think we have another, like, full dark room to go through still. Okay, and that's the place where you can't go back from. Ugh. Where am I going? Do I have to play the piano? Yeah, I've got the claws. We've already dealt with Jackenstein. I just don't know what's next. What's in here? Oh, that's the Jockington room. Try north. Okay, yeah, you're probably right. North of Gerson's study. I really do love that shrinking darkness effect, or I guess shrinking light effect. Oh, this door is open. Something for you. Ah. It's sort of me. He knows what the hell's going on. Absolutely nothing tragic about him, which is surprising. As long as you got the point, the words don't matter, because stories can be rewritten. I'm actually not going to save that cutscene being done, because who knows if I'll fucking forget what the hell we're doing again. Start, press drive. It's the actual entrance. Is there anything over here to look at? Okay, so we just go up this way and that's it then. Ah. It's nighttime. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a whole lot more picture mining. Oh. Oh, wow. I switched position in the middle of the jump. Eh? Ugh. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. It's not good enough. Second sanctuary time, yep. Difficulties. Oh. Honestly, I want to know what the hell happens at the start of this chapter, where you seal Chapter 3's fountain and then suddenly wake up rather than getting the cutscene. It's fun to realize that that's actually the same animation as when you, like, unleash light against the Titan. I guess that explains why it works on it. His birthdays. It's for prayer. We're going to pray for Noel because this is the weird route, so something might happen. We'll see. Oh! Okay. It was the letter A. Piano or an organ? Playing piano earlier, it was actually kind of cool. Huh. Actually want to go to... Oh, wow. Kind of reminds her of something. We're going to listen. Oh yeah, I remember this bit. She was playing the piano and yeah, told she couldn't play it. She smashed it because probably would have just hated it about you. Yeah, you did. I'll never play again. Ooh. You started saying something, then you like bit the hell out of your hand. Oh, damn. Yes, that is going to bruise. I like that she says shouldn't have. On your size. To sing or something? play the drums. Yeah, I don't think they do drums in church. Not this one, anyway. We're gonna mess with them. That's it. Open. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Jackenstein in there. Anyway, I have the code written down. I wonder if that would help. Parts between the stained glass or steel, yeah. Ah, okay, so you can't just put the code in. Alright, let's go do this. Okay, we've seen this before, I think. This side is clean, but yeah. This doesn't seem to have changed. This is going to be the in-cap image for Gerson's hero card. Because it's just him being dead. Yep. Yeah, he knew he was dead. What did it? Alvin. Okay, yeah. When she does that, I'm going to remove all this stuff because we've done all the... That is it for Weird Route stuff in this chapter. There's nothing else that I am aware of. Let's make a dark world. I love that this becomes a thing that, like, they can use just as part of this adventure trying to solve stuff. Yes. Chris fucking blushed. Also, that little red eye of hers is really cool. Ah. Oh yeah, black smoke. I gotta remember that. Ah. Maybe I'll... Yeah, that's... Oof. God. She doesn't know. Oh. Every dark world is different. Gotta love a path that just leads to nowhere. Except you're not, Susie. You're the wild card. You're gonna save us all. It's time to myrtleize some dudes. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Bah! Halo, are you listening? After all that shit, I'm not doing well at normal fights. Yeah, I think Noel is the third hero too. And, Susie is actually the girl. Yeah, I need that actually. Yeah, Chris can need one of those for sure. Oh yeah, we're gonna see it in just a minute. Hello, thing. Let me see another side. Oh, this is the room with the destructible bookshelves. I love this place. Where the screen's clean red by the light. Okay, yeah. Getting some mixed messages. Oh yeah, let me find this. Oh! Okay. We have been accosted. Do-re-mi, do-re-you. That's a lot easier to avoid. Whoop. God damn. Did that say organic claps with one hand? That's funny. Oh, the chest is empty. Damn, that was just a fight. Fuck. Wait, I seem to be stuck. Oh, there we go. Luckily, there's a book there, and as we all know, a stack of 3 books will stop any piano. Excuse me. There's something inside the acorn. What does that mean? I think I saw somebody mention that in a video at some point. Unless they're stacked on a shelf. Exactly. Stack them on the shelf, they are actually easier to destroy. The cool. Doing a flip. God. She's so refreshing. It's funny because climb speed is directly related to, like, how dire the situation is. Don't go to Rhapsody, I'm gonna need that. It's here, there's no danger, so we go slowly. Don't. These guys. Truth sung in glass. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Jeez. I wouldn't be doing any better if I was pacifizing. Rhapsody is a rather fitting name, yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah. One of the things about this series of prophecies is they're in the wrong order. Because it starts with Ralse, and it says third was the prince. Bitter Tear. Which is... recovers all HP. Ah, okay. I did, thank you. I don't remember that. So what happens if you... I notice the water's going up out of the pool. The up and down controls are inverted in that room. That's annoying as hell. Yeah, and then this is the second girl. The girl with hope crossed on her heart is Noelle. The other girl, at last the girl, it sounds like it's, you know, leading into this, but that's the second hero. I really blocked. Ooh, time for rotations. She's just so sad. She feels so worthless. It's gonna mess with her when she finds out she's not actually the second hero. And then it's like, well, what the hell have I been doing this whole time? Well, girl, you don't need a prophecy to be a hero. Do you, though? Upcoming potential fight that I got last time. Oh, yes, that's the one in, I think it's in the next area, and it fucking murdered me. Okay, this is the hallway. A one-eyed man? Why does the angel make its cry? Why is a raven like a writing desk? Who will call the girl who snows? Woof. I know there's something at the end of this hall. Why are me bothering with it? My god, this thing is long. Oh, there's moss down here. Alright, now let's take a look at the windows real quick. One of them is slightly different. Oh, wait. Did I miss my chance? Maybe you have to do it on the way down. You can leave the room and it'll reset. It looks like it actually reset already. This is riveting gameplay. All I remember is it is the 8th from something, but like, could be from anything. That's not it. Ah, there it is. Secret area. Roots. Something in between. It was mixed up. Children tail the forest grow or follow the lostwood pointed. The poor children. So it seems like that's all you get. Oh. Peculiar book. So with the fallen star making rivers with its tears, slowly from the bitter water something grew. It looked like glass. Huh. See, it looks like it's just an extra prophecy thing. That's actually where you get this chapter's egg. But I'm not doing eggs on this file. That'll be for the next playthrough. Meanwhile. You know, thinking that that's Noelle with the heart on the chest there, that could be... Wow, I'm thinking several things like, love finds its way. What did LV mean in Undertale? Noelle gets stronger. Damn it. Good. Okay. But also it could point towards her gaining a soul. It could point towards her becoming possessed by us. Level of violence, exactly. Apatheia. Yeah, so in here somewhere is a very nasty fight. I think I actually want to find it, though. But before I do... just eat only nuts and seeds. If the water is by the stone. I like that it says once celled. It should be one celled. Yeah, up there I think is where it's at. If I can save somewhere, I'll come back and try it. Carved in man's beard, a font of knowledge. Spellings were different back then and better. Yeah, these are all like things people say about history, especially ancient history. It seems to have eaten meat and fire. Whoa. I forgot about this bit. I forget how this goes. Ah. Darn. Okay, I can't go back. That's fine. I don't want to mess with it. This one doesn't have a message with it. That's interesting. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. I do love that Chris slashes these if you jump into them. Whoops. Jeez. Well, yeah, and we're gonna do something that makes that second hammer fight a little bit easier. I'm gonna lie. Don't. Okay, so those are not as much of a threat as they seem to be. And you get a cutscene. Okay, so I'm not going to be getting to the third sanctuary tonight, that's for sure. Any books? Ah, okay. Excuse me. Paid an extra $1. Susie, how could you? Oh, excuse me. Oh, and there's no way through to over there. Take the hammer. Oh, okay, this is just where we go. It's getting darker and darker. This hurts my eyes after a while. Like, I cannot process what the hell is going on. Close your eyes. Think about how she's doing. Darker, yet darker. Don't you give me that shit. That is not in fact him. That stuff just looks really good too. Oh, it actually laughs like him. I remember doing this the first time. I was saying, like, how the heck do players who can't hear do this? You tell Susie you didn't hear anything, or you tell her that you heard the wrong thing, and it keeps the flashes up. Otherwise, they fade out after, like, the first round or two. Oh, Susie didn't even do anything. Ah, she doesn't want to fight. Oh God, this is still hard. Actually, I don't think she's gonna let me do that. Ugh. I don't quite need healing yet. I forget what we're actually supposed to do. I think it's just survive. Okay, now it's time to heal. Oh, that's it. It is very strange to me that Ralsei destroys that. That is such a violent act for him, even though it's just a statue. Yeah, this scene is a bit rough. What's wrong with you? And then he fucking starts crying like, oh, poor baby boy. Also, I believe this gives us a chance to be mean to him, which is necessary. It's no longer fun, but it is necessary on this save. I really have to wonder what's so terrible. I'm crying because that goat got's friends. Couldn't get me there if you tried. Nothing to look at. Goes any tours. I saw a good comic earlier today. Susie's like, hey, let's get Ralsei to do our homework. They go into the dark world, and the homework comes alive as another wacky character they have to deal with. Alright, so sealing this one, I think we get into the next one. Whatever the next save point is, that'll be the end for tonight. But I think we did pretty good. Excuse me. Okay, so I am getting the third sanctuary, but there should be a save point right there. can we pose? Yeah, we teleport over here. We will save, and we will be done.